Happy F100 Friday! Woo! Okay, I'm trying out a little bit of a different format of video here, so please tell me if you like this format situation. But today I'm going to be trying out a paint stripper. I've actually done a lot of paint stripping in my time because all of the furniture in my house is actually thrifted, and every single piece of it I stripped down to bare wood and refinished it so that it would match my house. It's a lot of work. So I'm a little bit qualified in the refinishing business here. However, cars are a little different. So I do want to try to strip the bed of my truck down to bare metal to really see the situation of Bondo and fiberglass. For anybody new here, I bought this truck for a pretty good price and quickly realized it is covered in Bondo and fiberglass everywhere throughout the truck. So the objective here is to strip as much off as possible, sand off all of the Bondo, goodbye fiberglass, all of it gone. It is Aircraft Ultra Paint Remover. And spoiler, it's a little bit harder than I would have liked. And I definitely learned a few things on how to use this product properly. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Chickens, do you want to help me work on the truck? Oh, and there's the little babies. Oh, you're getting so big. Is that a broody hen I see? Hey, broody, Miss Girl. There's the truck bed. Heaven knows I'd stay. But I am back with the battle of the bed, and I've got a new microphone, so hopefully my audio is crispy clear. I'm gonna get my special suit on and we're gonna get started. I got some special super extra strong paint remover that is actually not allowed in many states, so we're gonna see if it works, because this stuff is supposed to be strong, like the strongest stuff you can get. You probably won't be able to hear me very well. I've got the full suit of protection on, and I feel absolutely ridiculous, but I know I am going to be safe. I don't think I'm going to be touching the camera very much during this process, because obviously I don't want to get that product on the camera, so I apologize. The camera's probably going to be pretty stationary, and I'm just going to be figuring this out. So here we have my first attempt. Also, I want to say that the reason I'm wearing this whole hazmat suit situation is because I read reviews saying that just being in proximity of it can make your skin feel a little bit of a burning sensation, and I did not want to feel that, and I also did not want to risk it getting on my skin, on my clothes, on anything, because this stuff is crazy. Hence the suit. Okay. I tried to put the paint stripper onto styrofoam and then put it on the paintbrush and wipe it onto the truck, but I quickly realized that it was eating the styrofoam, so I had to just directly apply it to the brush and then to the truck, if that makes sense. I put a little layer on just the corner of the bed, and then I realized, oh snap, I need plastic. So I went and grabbed a random piece of plastic that came in packaging to use on this, and then I realized, no, I need actual plastic. So I had to go and get my furniture plastic wrap out of storage from when I moved into this house. And I'll be the first to tell you, this was not easy at all. It was like fighting cling wrap 24/7. Luckily for me, Seth came over to see what I was up to exactly at the right time to help me with this situation. So I had him stand away from the fumes while I was applying product, and then he came and helped me with the plastic wrap. It's been about 35 minutes, maybe 30 to 35-ish. And I'm gonna try to scrape this stuff off, and I guess we'll see how it goes. I won't lie, I don't think I did a thick enough layer of the paint stripper, so we'll see. Ding, ding, ding. I was totally correct. I did not put nearly enough paint stripper on there. Also, I started using this little Bondo plastic scraper thingy, but I quickly realized that I needed to use a metal one for just a little bit more oomph. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but I did do a quick sanding with 80 grit over the entire truck before applying the paint stripper. Anyways, I was like, we need to go for a round 2, because round 1 did not do what it needed to do. So, here we are, doing round 2, and guess what? I'm still not applying enough product or doing this properly at all. Oh, I was quite upset when I pulled this off and the paint was still on the bed of the truck. I have seen videos of other people using this and it just comes right off. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I was really upset. So guess what? It was time to bust out the old polisher with some sandpaper. I got both of these off of Amazon, and you know what? This polisher has become an MVP tool in my collection. This thing is great, and it was not even too expensive. Anyways, I meant business. I started off with 60 grit, then I went to 80, then I went to 120, and then I went and finished off at 240 grit. Once that was complete, I cleaned it with some soap and water and then went back over it with lacquer thinner, and then I realized, hey, the lacquer thinner is getting off all the little pieces that stayed on. So I started going crazy with it, getting every ounce of paint off of this thing. You heard the crickets. Night was quickly approaching, and I did not have time to finish stripping the bottom part of the bed, so I quickly just threw some primer on there. This primer is not going to be the primer underneath the paint. I will sand this off again eventually. This was just to prevent it from flash rusting. Round 3, I did a tiny little bit better than round 1 and 2, but not that much better because I still was working in way too big of sections and I was allowing the product to dry, which I should not do. Do not let the product dry under any circumstances. It needs to be globby and gross and very wet when you are taking it off. Letting it dry, it just gets hard and it gets so difficult to maneuver the paint, which is the opposite of what it's supposed to do. And I was back to sanding. This clip was taken towards the end of my sanding excursion, but let me tell you, my back hurting, my feet hurting, everything hurting, dust everywhere. This was not fun. This was an entire day of just sanding. Alrighty, then it was time to pull out my pressure washer to wash it off. Let me just tell you really quickly, I have the Giraffe Tools pressure washer. They sent it to me for free. I'm not being paid to say this, but it's actually so good. The retractable situation just makes my life so much easier. Zero setup. Just pull it out, use it, and put it back. Anyways, you know the drill, washed it, dried it, and then put lacquer thinner on and finished it off with some primer. Again, this primer is only temporary until I can actually get the bodywork done, and I also need to get the paint for the truck. I don't know what color to do it. If you have any suggestions on the color, please let me know because the interior is like a dark maroon color. The new cab that I'm getting is like a light green type of color, so I'm thinking about doing that. But I don't know. The primer is super cool though because I can definitely see where I do need to sand down a little bit more and do body work, get a little bit of Bondo on there. We are not creating entire panels out of Bondo like what was done before, but just, you know, a little bit. This was a lot of work and I do not suggest taking this on by yourself. I really think that this is a two-person job, especially with the cling wrap. So does this product work? Yes. It is just very difficult to do it when you are not on a horizontal surface and you're trying to get it vertically. It's just hard to get the proper amount of product on there. Wow, the sun is right in my eyes. Okay, can I see? Yes, I can see now. However, I don't know if you can see me. I'm gonna hope for the best. Thoughts, opinions, reflections. I don't think it was necessary for me to waste 16 hours sanding this thing. I think I'm going to do the other side as well. Well, I know I'm going to do the other side, but I think I'm going to tackle it a little bit differently. I think that the best way to do this is to really glob it on a very tiny section. Like, I'm talking like just this right here. Cover it, do the 20 minutes, take it off, take off the paint in that area, move to the next area. I think it's going to be also very time consuming, but a lot less labor intensive. And I have also remembered that I really don't like sanding. However, my OCD forces me to make it perfect. So I know that the next projects I am going to be getting the new cab, and I'm going to be bed lining this with a sprayer, and this is going to be my first time ever painting. I've never painted with a sprayer before. I do have a compressor, so thumbs up to that. I'm just nervous to use it. I've never used it before, I'm not gonna lie. I will see you guys next week. Thank you for being here. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, see you next week.